What do you think when you started and when the first rock and roll band started in the Soviet Union? Of course, they had some difficulties just because of rock and roll itself, and people didn't like it. So there really was a struggle there, which I think maybe was in the songs or at least in the scene and everything. What do you think about now? The rock and roll scene in the Soviet Union seems to be getting much easier, and rock is almost becoming a very official form of art. And some people are saying that maybe now something is lost, and that the new bands that are coming up maybe aren't as good as the old bands because they really don't have that struggle. It's kind of in America. A lot of people said that about the '60s bands. They really were singing about something, and now bands in America aren't. I mean, what do you think about the new Soviet bands, young bands?
I haven't heard too many new bands, but the ones I heard. Well, I'm an old man, you know. I didn't like them too much. Maybe it's new music. They play for the boys and girls who are 17, 16. You know, maybe they like it. They like it fine. But I prefer the old music. I like the 60s very much. Now big beat, rock and roll, and that kind of stuff. They like electropop, electronic music, and other kinds of music. I don't blame that for them. Each generation must have their music, their own music. It's okay, but I don't like too many new bands.
And
they have the other attitude to music.
What about the transition of going to a professional status? Many bands that have done it in the Soviet Union, the perfect example everybody always brings up, of course, is Mishima Vremya. 10 years ago, they're the most popular band, then they go to official status, or professional status, and that there's something lost there. This, of course, happens in the States, too. An independent band goes to major label, and it's the most difficult thing to ever figure out what it is that made them lose something. But, I mean, do you have any ideas on that? What the difference is?
Well, you know, I think you cannot physically write only good songs for 10 years. It's only genius can write only good songs for 10 years. When you become professional, you're subconsciously, yes,
subconsciously.
Something like that. You begin to write the material which you would be able to play in concerts or to record officially. It's a subconscious move, and so, but it leads to going down. Automatically, it leads to going down. That was what happened to Машина Времени after they started being the professionals.
Are you not afraid that something like this might happen to you?
Well, the time will show, but I'm not going to be a professional right now.
And is that the reason why you choose not to be?
There are too many reasons. At this, right now, too many reasons.
How do you make a living here? Because since you're not a professional, you can't make money off your music.
Я сторож. I'm working. I'm working for, I think, 6 years. They pay me for my work.
What kind of work?
Сторож, как
Night watchman.
Night
watchman, yeah.
Okay.
So I've got a lot of free time.
For your music.
Asking about his audience.
Oh, yeah. What? I mean, a couple of things about your audience. But first of all, who are your fans? I mean, typically, because it differs. You know, Kino for the most part has a very young crowd. Aquarium gets a wide range. And
I really don't know. When I'm playing on stage, I see only the first 2 rows. I think they're about from 22 to 30. I think maybe 35. More grown-ups.
Anything else you're thinking?
But I know a boy who is 5 likes us. I know one woman who is 82. she listens to us and she says she likes us.
So what have you been planning for the next step for Zoo? Are you recording another album soon? Are you going to do some more concerts?
Another album, I mean tape album.
Okay.
Tape where we will be recording, I think, very soon. Then firma Melodia, they promised us one album, limited edition album, and there would be a compilation album of Leningrad groups. They promised that one or two of our songs would be there.
And what do you think about Russian music being released in the West? Of course, you know about Red Wave, and hopefully some more stuff like that will happen. And I know that Moscow, you know, Melodia, Mezhna Kanika would like to release stuff in the West. What do you think about Russian music in the West? Do you think it can really have an impact and people can understand what it is?
It's good. It's good that it is released in the West. That people of the West would be have a chance to be acquainted with our music. It's of course it's good, but I wonder. They've got a whole lot of their own music. Why they should be interested in some guys from Leningrad, 10,000 miles away, who are playing their rock and roll. Then there's a barrier about language, of course. So the words mean much more in our songs, I mean in Russian groups, than in Western groups. As for me, except for some people like Bob Dylan, maybe Leonard Cohen, and so on. We just don't sing songs about, oh, I love you baby, you're so sweet, you're so fine, come on, let's dance. We don't sing that stuff. So the words mean something. They don't know Russian, as far as I know, as a rule. So maybe it's not as interesting to them as it is for us to listen to our music. But who knows, maybe some of them would like it.
So what are your, I guess, dreams for the future? Maybe just in terms of yourself, in terms of Soviet music, in terms of Zoo, I don't know, but what are your dreams for the future?
To become a millionaire. Well, to be able to play, to record our music, to go to some cities where we have never been, to be popular, maybe to screen some films, some clips. Well, but the point, the first thing is to play good music, to do it well. As for, I think it is for all bands to do what they want to do, to have a chance to do what they want to do, and to be understood.
It's great. Alex, you think of anything else?
Миша, может быть такой вопрос. I was asking
Yeah.
Вот как ты считаешь, те изменения, которые сейчас происходят с некой такой либерализацией и легализацией, с появлением рок-н-ролла, положительное ли это явление в целом для функционирования и существования рок-музыки в стране или нет? Ну, я отвечаю по-английски. Shall I translate it? Shall I translate the question?
If you'd like to, but then sit over here. So we can hear.
So I asked him what he thinks about the changes which are happening now or have been happening recently with the official status of the rock music here in this country. Are they positive or negative? How they influence the position of rock music in the country? What does he think about the developments in this?
In Russian it is called «Палка о двух концах».
It's a two-way stick, two-end stick. It's Russian. Well, it has both strong and weak points.
Of course.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
So, well, I would like to say that the changes are great, and that's good. But I'm afraid that I'm not over optimistic about it. Well, I think time will show. I'm not much of a weatherman. I still don't know where the wind blows. I still don't know. Time will show.